Hey guys, I had to leave the campground. I'm doing okay today. Yesterday was a little rough for me. Um, Actually, my other grandma passed away last night while I was at Margaret McKinney Campground. And if you remember, I also lost my mom's mom, my other grandma, back in February when I was in Disney World. So, lost both my grandmas here in 2015. And since I'm here in the Northwest, it was really nice to be able to see some family today, and talk and catch up with some people from Oregon. A lot of people were here to support and stuff like that. So getting through this loss of a loved one a lot better than the first time earlier this year when I was so far away. But you never get used to this kind of stuff. So yeah, prayers go out to my family. Sorry for the hurt, everybody. I'm glad we're all here together, at least for right now. But I'm in town and I'm probably not going to go back to the campground. I want to talk about my trip a little bit because I kind of said I was going to do that at the campground. But I'm not going to be leaving until next month, and I'm not going to New York right away. I'm going backwards because the RV repairs and getting it up to par is putting me out far enough to where I don't want to be stuck on the East Coast in New York on January 7th. So because that's not working for me, I've decided to catch New York and the East Coast and do all that on the backside of next year in the spring on my way up from Florida. So, and I don't really want to talk about a whole lot of specifics because I feel like that takes away from my control and my freedom and everything, but just to give some dates, I'm going to be leaving next month. I'm going to go down and I'm going to boondock down in BLM land in Quartzsite, Arizona. That's probably where I'll spend Christmas, is Quartzsite, Arizona, BLM land. But I didn't find anything too interesting going down I-5 last year, so I'm going to stick to the coast, 101, in Oregon and California. It's hard to explain. If you look down the coast, there's just so many national parks and monuments and neat places along there. It's just so much better than I-5. So that's what I'm looking forward to in both Oregon and California. And then I'm not going to talk too much about the trip after that, because after that, it's Florida, so that's the main trip east into Florida, and then right after February, March, just like last year, instead of going straight west, I'm going to go up the East Coast, like I was going to do at the beginning of my trip, into New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, all those areas, and then go west back home through there. So just mixing it up a little bit because of the weather and these circumstances, and really looking forward to getting this journey off to a roaring start here. So let me talk to you about a couple really cool updates here, though. You're pretty much doing okay, right? You're okay? Okay. How you feeling? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good to me, buddy. I'm gonna go up front and show people something, okay? I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okie dokie. Up here in front in the cab area. Well, first of all, I've gotten all the supplies that I talked about last week for fixing the blinkers, right? I got all the wire and the new lens and all that stuff to build my own turn blinkers. And then, of course, what do you expect out of YouTube? There's a lot of people with a lot of advice, a lot of helping hands, a lot of different ideas and thoughts and troubleshooting. And I really appreciate everyone. If I wasn't on YouTube, there's no way I would have all this advice. And a lot of the advice was steering me in directions that didn't do anything, and that can be frustrating. But then a lot of people were kind of right on. Specifically, Jim down in Fort Lauderdale helped me determine that by taking out each individual fuse and getting a wire brush on all that, we found a terminal that was bad it's called the BU section down there, which is the backup lights, which are also on the same circuit as the turn signals. So all along it was power to the wire, because we spliced into the wire, or he helped me over the phone splice into the wire and find out that power wasn't even getting to it right here. So replacing that fuse means that up front now, when I turn on my left-hand blinker, you can see it flashing. If we go outside, you can see it flashing. Awesome, right? Also, obviously, the rear backup white lights work now too, so I'm really glad about the timing, because that means that I didn't tear into the system and mess with it. So hey, blinker's working. I don't have to stick my hand out the window anymore. Thank you, Jim, and thank you for everybody for all the advice and everything. It's another positive step in fixing things. And real quick, I know not everybody's interested in the whole satellite TV issue that I always talk about. But I mean, let's be honest, you know, it's kind of nice to have sometimes. I don't mind going without it, even though I'm paying for it. There's a thing that I kind of complained about, right? So you buy the DVR system for $40 activation, you have your hard drive, and you get DVR activated on here. The problem that I was like complaining about, I was like, well, geez, you know, you go camping somewhere and you have trees or something blocking your view, you can't even access your DVR recordings. So yeah, there's no satellites found, but it won't even let you get past the screen and watch all of your DVR recordings. And I called them up and they're like, yeah, we thought you knew that. That's the way it's always been. And I'm like, well, that's terrible. That defeats the whole purpose of having DVR. Because I would think that you could just, you know, watch shows that you've already recorded and stored up, and you can't do it. Well, guess what? I finally found a hack. I found a really weird, odd hack, and I don't understand why it works. But for anyone interested who has the Dish VIP 211Z and has a program set up with Dish Network with your DVR, I mean, basically what you do is you go to your DVR set. You go to your DVR stuff right here, and you just have to have this screen on. So this shows all of my recorded stuff on my DVR. You can't lose power. So you can't plug it into a power source that you have that you won't have on the road. It has to be plugged into something that has non-stop power. You drive, you park. It will never do that automatic satellite search where it says canceled, we can't find any satellites, and then you're totally screwed because your only options are to scan. The only thing that'll happen here is in this tiny little window right here, you'll have the logo that says full signal loss, basically. But it doesn't matter because you're always going to just be accessing this stuff. Now, if you accidentally press View Live TV and you go to that screen, then you're screwed. You can't go back to the DVR. But as long as you stay on this, and after you're watching something, just hit Done or Start Over or Delete and then go to the next program, you can just keep watching your DVR stuff. Just be mindful that if you lose power, then you're screwed until you can reestablish another connection with the southern sky. So, yeah, if you have any questions about that, ask me. I don't see anybody else talking about that little problem fix, but works for me. Hi, Jax. Also, a lot of people have been asking me when I'm going to redo the intro, because it's got shots of the old Tioga in my intro. Well, I kinda have to record some stuff and see some neat scenery and have the Tioga and me and Jax and the Tioga and some new scenery. I don't want it all to be Northwest stuff, so give me a month or so to get some good shots of the coast and stuff, and then I'll be putting together a new intro and outro that work for us and showcase the new RV. Oh, you wanted that hand? You need that hand right there? It has to pet you? Oh, okay. I can't just put it right here. What? What does that mean? Oh, okay. You don't like hands just sitting there doing nothing? You need pet? Right now? Right this second? I can't talk to the camera? Okay. I'll pet you instead. You're precious. You're so precious. What do you think about the RV life, Jax? You like it? As long as you're petting me, Dad. Yeah. Hop up here. Hop up. You have to work for it a little bit. There you go. There you go, buddy. Oh, you really shouldn't, aren't you? Well, you're a happy guy, aren't you? Just a happy kitty. I think he's pretty happy. Mr. Big Flops. Mr. Floppy Dops. Mr. Flops. Yeah. Oh. Hi. What do you need? What? Oh, you're giving me kisses. Thank you. That's very nice to give me kisses. Thank you. Do you want to say bye? See you next time? Okay. Well, we got Grandma's funeral here in 3 days, so might have one other activity planned before that. So I'll film it if we get to, otherwise I'll see you guys in a couple days. You guys take care, be safe, and enjoy life. Hey guys, Jax here, along with his human servant Eric. Thanks for watching our RV channel. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up below. Don't forget to watch all of our other videos. We got some great material out there. Subscribe to our channel so you can get the latest updates here on the road. Can you say hi? Talk to you guys later.